The power of small habits. In a small town nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young man named Arian. He was intelligent and full of dreams, but his biggest weakness was inconsistency. He would start new projects with excitement but soon lose motivation. His bookshelves were filled with half-read books, his room had unfinished paintings, and his journal was filled with abandoned resolutions. One day, Arian met an elderly man named Mr. Mehta, a retired school teacher known for his wisdom. Noticing Arian's frustration, Mr. Mehta smiled and said, "Success is not about big changes, but small habits practiced daily." Arian sighed. "I want to change my life, but I don't know where to start. I get excited about new goals, but I always fail to keep up." Mr. Mehta nodded knowingly and handed Arian a glass jar. "Here's a challenge for you. Each time you do something positive, however small, put a pebble in this jar. Let's see what happens in 1 month." Arian thought it was a strange idea, but he agreed. The first week, the struggle of starting. At first, Arian struggled. He wasn't sure what counted as a small habit. Mr. Mehta had told him even the tiniest actions mattered, so Arian started simple. He made his bed in the morning. 1 pebble. He read 2 pages of a book. 1 pebble. He drank a glass of water after waking up. 1 pebble. He wrote 1 sentence in his journal. 1 pebble. The first few days felt pointless, but by the end of the week, Arian noticed something. His jar was filling up, and for the first time, he felt a sense of accomplishment. The second week, building momentum. Encouraged by his small wins, Arian added more habits. A 5-minute morning walk. 1 pebble. Organizing his desk before bed. 1 pebble. Limiting social media to 30 minutes a day. 1 pebble. He still had moments of laziness, but instead of giving up, he reminded himself that even 1 small step was enough. The third week, unexpected changes. By the third week, Arian noticed something surprising. His small habits were shaping his mindset. His morning walks turned into light jogging. 2 pages of reading became 10. 1 sentence of journaling became full pages of self-reflection. Drinking water made him feel healthier and more energized. His mind was clearer, and he felt in control of his life for the first time. The fourth week, a new version of Arian. At the end of the month, Arian met Mr. Mehta again, holding his now full jar of pebbles. He smiled and said, "I didn't do anything extraordinary, yet I feel like a completely different person." Mr. Mehta chuckled. "That is the magic of small habits. They are like drops of water that fill an ocean over time." From that day on, Arian no longer chased big, overwhelming changes. Instead, he focused on small, consistent habits, knowing they held the power to transform his life. And indeed, they did. Over the years, he became a successful writer, a fit and healthy man, and a lifelong learner, all because of the tiny habits he once thought were insignificant. Moral of the story: big changes don't happen overnight. Success comes from small, consistent habits. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life transform.